you see a good
So
picture of
you
it.
kind of hear us just talking.
Like forward,
right now,
backwards.
So I'm gonna give you
A little bit down.
I've got my assistant here.
Why is it out?
Right now.
It needs a stand.
Hanging below.
It needs a stand.
In the background that
Can't hold it with both
trying to
hands.
help us
Using my third
still
hand.
with
I'm not lying.
vantage point because from their side they'll see we've got four different
Make sure it's
poles
lined
that
up.
they
Let me move
have
forward, left. Perfect.
that they're doing that.
All right, we are rolling.
The shirts.
We're
that
here
are
for our Dan
that's
Severn
available.
live virtual.
I'm even wearing one of the,
Dan's been in the
shirts
store since 3. I did a nice in-store from 3 to 6. Now we're on our virtual 7 to 9. If you want an autograph, you can hop right in. We'll do signed. We can have them personalized. It's 30 for a signed 8x10, free shipping, or 50 for 2 signed 8x10s, free shipping. So tomorrow also, Nate's gracious enough to be holding our sign up for live seminars with Dan, so you can train with the beast. First seminar is 10 to 12. Second seminar, 1:30 to 3:30. $100 per seminar, $175 for both. Get the VIP package, $225. Both seminars, autographed 8x10. Photo op with Dan. Limited edition T-shirt. And finally, as an add-on, we have Feast with the Beast tomorrow night, about 5:30. Dragonfire Martial Arts. You can eat with Dan, talk with Dan. It'll be a great time. And so once we get rolling, we'll get the live going. Dan's in on his live, and let's see what we can do here.
Yeah. Just put it in a comment on there. We're just gonna wait for the rooms to fill up here real quick. So how's that look good? Let me show you. I'll show the photos. Just tell them the price and stuff.
Yep.
Photo 1.
So photo number 1, 30 free shipping. These are all going to be 30 free shipping. Buy 2, $50 free shipping. And Dan will sign it live.
He's gonna put the PayPal information in the post.
Yep.
And tag it on the page. This is number 3. He's gonna put it in the pin post.
That you'll see it from their camera's perspective.
Number 4.
The pictures, great, and actually, I would highly recommend it. I'm here just to answer a few questions.
We also have some art prints. These are 45 each, shipped. There's like 7 of these available. 45 each. Dan will inscribe them however you want.
We also have some top loaders available too. $2 a piece. If you want your autograph to come in the top loader, just let us know and we'll get that for you guys.
Dan has these gloves. It'll be 65 each. How much are the shipping for these?
Shipping,
Just
ship.
$70.
Yeah, $70 shipped. He'll sign them for you.
Inscribe it however you want. $70.
glove.
Yeah, one glove, $70. But there's 2 different designs. One glove, $70. Shipped. 2 different designs within the United States. If it's overseas, the shipping is going to be whatever the actual cost is.
And we will be auctioning off the shirt off his back.
Yeah.
So
The shirt that he's wearing will be auctioned off.
a little bit later tonight, we also have a Maine Vintage Toys hat that we got for Dan, and we're going to auction that off as well, signed as well. So
We have
stay
t-shirts.
tuned for that. We'll have
T-shirts
these
are
available.
$20 each, 35 if you want it signed. There's an extra $5 for shipping for the t-shirts.
Yep.
So $40 for the t-shirts signed. 25.
Actually, you know what? Tonight, free shipping on
Free shipping.
t-shirts.
Free shipping on the shirts.
Phenomenal deal.
We still have 4X over there or no?
Yeah. Yeah, I can get any size.
Okay.
Yeah. I have quite a bit ready to stock.
Small to 4X.
Yep.
So we're going to share this out so you guys can comment whenever you'd like. We'll start taking orders whenever.
Around here as well, so it's kind of cool seeing all these cool little things there as well.
I'm still an airplane. No one knows.
Home of Stoneville, which Victoria, Texas is home of Stoneville. I don't know that.
Also feel free to ask Dan any questions. We can get your questions to Dan.
It makes sense, sir. Steve Austin from Austin, Texas. I mean, it kind of makes common sense, but do I really know? No, I really don't know as well. So, like I said, if you really want to get firsthand, just go to the
I don't know, Will. It'd be a little expensive, I think, for that belt.
Facebook.
What do you want?
He was asking the price. Will Little was asking how much on the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are Dan's. They're
Yeah,
the
those are
real
Dan's.
deal.
What's the which one of these am I using to get online?
Yep, 5G's fine.
5G.
Yep.
What's
And
the
it's,
password?
Main Vintage Toys 1, all
capital?
lowercase.
Okay.
Sign it here as well, but you can do that,
Yeah, the titles are not for sale.
how to do some of the stuff.
Although he said earlier,
What a price.
Vintage
Yeah.
Toys 1.
Yeah. Main Vintage Toys 1.
When Dan takes those belts out of his case, when Dan takes the belt out of his case, he takes it out gentle
With a cloth.
with a cloth.
Actually, I take it out with, look at you hear, I mean, I really take care of the belts. As I take them out, with a polishing cloth because people are going, they find it hard to believe they're as old as they are, but they're in good shape and they're all beat up, scratched up because I do handle them with kid gloves. I handle them with a polishing cloth. I won't even touch it, so when I have other people start to reach over and grab and stuff like that, I almost want to have a fly swatter here. Just reach out over and it's less their hand go, hey,
Say Alexa,
parents, teachers are better to just grab people's things without asking for permission first. But then we do live in a wacky world where a lot of people need to be schooled in some more better character type traits. And I guess a better way of saying it is parents should go back to actually parenting a child instead of simply just just my 2 cents worth, but that seems good. If you want to hear a little bit more,
And if people could share this out, that'd be great too.
go and
Absolutely.
check out Don Fry and my podcast called Toxic Masculinity. So if you can just Google that in there and you'll see it. I mean, it's I'll just say our little twisted spin and takes upon the world that we live in today. Mike,
That's
talk
nice.
a little bit about
Share.
some of the MMA matches that have either taken place or that are coming up to take place. We talk about.
So again, you guys can start placing orders whenever.
Amateur wrestling is still one of our first.
Jesse's here to take your orders.
Yep. Or any questions you might have, just comment. We'll get it to Dan.
In our world today, in the political realm, whether you like it or not, we'll talk about it. And we'll give you our 2 cent spin, or maybe we just want to jump on the other side of the bench just to stir the pot up to make people think for the very first time in maybe their lives. So, and Stephen Russo basically hit me the question with Dan said, would you ever consider one more match in the afternoon? I mean, the reality is there, Stephen, my best days are, literally when I even started my cage fighting career back in 1994, my best days were already behind me. Then I started at age 37, I went for 20 years, and even in my final few years, I could see where my mind is saying boom, 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 boom. I mean, my mind was realizing things, but by the time my reaction from my mind to my body, and my body was saying, oh, hey, that's not a good combination between boom, 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 and oh, hey. So it's kind of going, I retired on my terms, but can I, do I look upon it and any kind of dismay or like that? No. I mean, so what I accomplished, very few people will ever accomplish, if anyone ever again. I mean, when you look at the fact that there's only 4 people in the world that have over 100 cage fights, I'm one of the 4. There's only 3 with over 100 victories, I'm one of the 3. And the ironic part is I actually faced the other 3, defeated the other 3, and the closest one to my age is 12 years my junior. So it puts me really in a category all by myself. But then when you look at a couple of other key factors, I have lifetime technical free. When you look at some of the people I faced, let's face it, they were on the good stuff. They were buying their vitamins at the local GNC, wink, wink, okay? So, I pride myself in the fact that I've let them become a go free, but at the same token, I only ever did 2 training camps in my entire career. So, you know, once for UFC number 5, and for the Ultimate Open. The rest of the time, I just simply showed up. I was always teaching classes, and I love participating in the classes, but I will only be able to participate if there was an odd number. If there's even numbers, then I'm just a coach and barking orders. So, okay, go back to a couple of the other comments. Bring back the Toxic podcast, though. It never left there. Max, I mean, it's still there. We're just recording more episodes, and we're trying to get things covered up on more regular type of basis. So, and I have interest in just
All right.
interviewing people that are just
All right, here we go.
Here we got Jason Hyde, number 1 and 2.
Okay, so we're in the process. We're doing some signing here right now.
All right, so 1 and 2.
2.
Yeah, you'll run those. What?
So, who are they to? Who are they gonna
Let me find out.
Personalization or no?
Hey, Jason, what about a top loader?
You can ask that too when the invoices are too. Well,
Yeah.
no, you want them to pay now, right?
Yeah, Jason sent a private message, so we're just gonna check, see if he wants it personalized.
And if you want a top
So he's
loader, I
just
have
gonna
one
check to see if he
available
wants
for
it
my hip.
personalized.
Yep.
Just make sure you don't put any paint like that. Yeah.
Make sure.
That way I get to move it. I can actually read things. If I get it too far away, I may not be able to read it. All right, so I'll just sign it for right now. Is that?
Yep, 1 and 2. Go ahead and sign.
To Vince McMahon. From Dan.
Love Dan,
Love Dan.
love Dan.
Right?
No, the thing is, I did have a good rapport with Vince at the time. I mean, I didn't have really much interaction, but whenever we did speak to each other, it was pretty good. And
Hold on, we're not done yet.
You may, yeah, you can
Just
sign
give
it.
me,
You may want to
just hang with
personalize
me.
them.
Yeah.
So just set these to the side. Yeah, right there. Just give me this one.
Where's the cap?
Yeah, we'll just leave that right there. You can use that. Test it. Get out of the way.
All right, we're just hanging tight. We're seeing what. All right, we want photo number 2. He wants personalized to
Same order.
Tucker.
Different order.
Two Tucker.
No. Is that the same order? Or
Same order.
Okay.
This is number 2.
The one he had. He has
Okay.
1 and 2. Number 2 photo.
This one wants to get 2
Yep.
Tucker.
Correct. Yep.
Yep.
I got it right here.
Tucker is a Tucker.
Does he want a top loader, Jesse?
Tucker.
They just charge 32 and pull the top one.
We're good. 2 top loaders.
Your top loader?
Yep.
They're
Okay.
both paint pens, listen to
Tucker.
kill.
Yeah.
Who's the other 2?
You should show that so they can see it.
That's it. 1 personalized. Yeah, hold it up.
Phenomenal.
I can show it right on it.
There we go. Bring it right up.
We use the blue all day during the regular signing. The blue is awesome.
Pictures, and this is picture number
2.
This is picture number 2, so if anyone has seen it and wants to order one, I mean, I would really rather they go to the main Vintage Toys Facebook page because they can see all their, we got properties, I want you to see what the photos look like.
Is that right?
And this was
Yeah, I
picture
think so.
number,
I'd wait another second. This
Yeah,
is the
just
lumber.
wait.
Number 2. You're interested in one of those? There you go. To Tucker. Can you see it right?
Yeah.
To Tucker.
my voice.
All right, cool. Okay.
Individual, very passionate about,
This is the number 1.
this
Same order.
Listen,
We'll take a picture of that.
and all I do is take care of the mechanic.
All right.
We'll let these dry and we'll put them in the
Yep,
top loader for
top
you.
loader. We also do have these for $45 shipped. It's actually signed by the artist on the back. You'll inscribe it however you want. We only have like 6 or 7 of these.
Very limited print.
Yeah, that's why it's
Very
45
limited.
plus cost more to ship. So we only have like 6 or 7 of these, so if you're interested, just say art print, 45 shipped. Again, we have the Beast gloves, $70 shipped. 2 different kinds. 2 different kinds. The red one or the white one. I'm watching my eyes, I can hear my voice. Is it on mine or I hear your voice or yours? No, it didn't matter. I just.
I think we're good.
Huh?
I would have retired back in
Good with what?
1994.
Oh, yeah, you probably.
Basics, I had to perform my own little personal exorcism at the expense of other people's bodies, limbs, and kidneys. So I was a bit of a monster at that time. Let's see here. Another quick.
So if you guys could share these out, that'd be great. On your personal page or any other vendor pages or whatever.
And I've had the savvy to salt away some money, invest some money, so that we always live within my terms and work, and I can retire. Reach my goal at 50 years of age of retirement. So it's not to say that I'm just skating my life for part of my time in Michigan, part of my time in Arizona.
Thank you.
I'll say that's where my suitcase stays most of the time, but as you can tell, I am in South Portland, Portland, Maine here right now, and by next weekend I'll be in New Jersey, and the weekend after that somewhere else, because I like what I do. I like traveling. I like meeting people and doing seminars, speaking engagements. So like tomorrow, there's going to be a number of different things I'm doing here. Actually,
John, this one's yours coming up.
to the same building here. And, we have, two different
No
seminars.
personalization?
No,
It's like the other side.
either silver or gold.
Okay, now this
Probably silver would be good.
this is a cool photo. This was something that was given to me a number of years ago, and it was from the gentleman we actually have his business card right there, and his name is John. How would you pronounce that last
Sure.
name?
I'm not sure. You can show that. One if you
Okay,
see.
basically, yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
I'll put the card there on there.
There you go, mate.
And John was the artist. He basically, I think he took, I think this was a picture that he saw, and then he simply just, this was his artist rendition of it. And this is going to be kind of a classic one because we'll be signing this, and really will pop up quite nicely.
He said he met you in person and gave you the original. That's what he said.
Okay, and
Right.
I believe him. I believe him.
Right.
So he just wanted to sign.
Just sign,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm gonna sign it right up in the back because that's gonna really pop out there. Oh, that's nice.
Again, we only have like maybe 6 of those left after that.
Yes. Very limited.
This is, yeah, there's one and then yeah.
In fact, I might buy one. So, yeah, cool.
So that really just pops really quick.
That was great.
So that was really good.
That came out real
Then we'll
nice.
get-
Yeah,
they
looks
can see that
amazing.
over there, and that was just trying to show
Yep.
both
Yeah.
rounds.
Beautiful.
White is perfect on that too.
That's a
That's
great
silver.
photo.
Silver, whatever. Perfect.
Now, on a comedic
So there you go, John.
I can make that same,
Show 'em
I
on
can
one
make
page
that same
here.
face if I stub my toe.
You said you saw you call a tow truck.
My toe though too. No, but that was I really I can't.
I see myself on film. I realize I got to lose some weight. I
I
get on the
The
thing.
camera
I'm-
adds 10 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, more like 25, 30.
Well, that's just getting older.
Let's try to get the viewers up. Please share if you guys
Let's
don't
go.
mind.
Share away.
People will contact you for some other different artwork, and if you get a chance, please recontact me again as well. So maybe I'll find that was something from my MMA days. Maybe there's something else from my professional wrestling days, or maybe I'll show you a couple photos from my amateur wrestling days, so it can show me a career from amateur wrestling this, professional wrestling that.
Anybody got any questions for Dan?
So it'll be like the little trifecta. I get 3 different pictures. I think, Stephen Russo, you are welcome. I'm a big advocate of education. A lot of people don't realize
Nothing
that
else,
I have
yeah?
a teaching degree from Arizona State University. I've been teaching
I'll show the photos
the sport
again.
of amateur wrestling since my freshman year in high school. And I really have
Number one? No, I was going to show. Number one? Are these 32 or 30 bucks?
They're 30 free shipping. 2 for 50 free shipping.
Number one?
Or you can pick up Main Vintage Toys, 650 Main Street, South Portland.
We recognize
Number two?
people in the room that had the best talent in different areas. So if you had the best single leg, you talk to single leg. If this guy had the best double leg, you talk to double leg. He's at Severn,
three?
went to a wrestling camp this summer.
Right,
Where did you learn that? I said, Coach, I learned this thing called Cradle. Show us Cradle. So when I started showing Cradle, stuff like that.
Number four, which is Tim's
More
favorite.
that you
Oh yeah, I like that one. I don't
He
know.
loves it.
Well,
He's
you
gonna
know.
buy it. He's gonna buy one.
I'm gonna end up buying him out of those. Nobody buys those ones.
Tim's blushing.
Can't see it.
truly important. So let's go back up to some of the other questions right now.
Shane Deloche is watching on this side.
Going down right now.
Hey Shane, what's going on, buddy? Do you have any questions for Dan or anything?
Well, like asked me, hey Dad, what was your favorite UFC fight? I mean, honestly, I don't have a favorite fight because we think about what's really good about fighting. I mean, honestly, there's I gotta say, like,
You guys can ask any questions you want. Dan's streaming on his own page, so you can always go there and ask him too.
I've never been in a single fight in my entire life, but I've been a competitor in my entire life. Big John McCarthy, I've gotten to know Big John over the years a great deal. He's gotten a chance to know me.
Should we show the figures? He doesn't want to.
Before the match, sometimes after the match, sometimes in the middle of the match. But going out to dinner with his wife and his family, stuff like that, I got to know that I'm just very relaxed. I'm a person that's calculated with the mind. I want to use my mind more than my body, because sooner or later in life, your body will start to give out on you, and hopefully your mind won't be. We'll find out here in another. I figure at 63, I basically just hit the halfway point. I'm middle age right now. I'm looking to live to be 125, so I've got lots. People say, "Well, why do you stay so busy?" Well, I've got lots to do yet. I'm only middle aged right now, so I'm waiting to fulfill the other, 62 years. Yeah, and even say that, I don't even like that. I might have to redig and maybe add another couple decades after that.
All right, we got a number 2. And number 3, no personalization.
We got.
Just want to write that down from Mark
What was that?
D. Mark D.
And this blue paint marker.
Does Mark want a top loader?
I'll ask him.
Really cool. You've already tried that. That's good.
We can always see if they want them after.
We got number 2 and 3.
2 and 3, yeah. Just signed.
No. To anybody?
No personalization on those, huh?
Just so folks know here, once again, that just so that we're running off of 2 different Facebook pages right now. The folks that are on my page are just on the Dan Severn Live Facebook page. But if you want to go and see where you can actually see some of these pictures, like this picture right here, this is history right here, because this is me standing inside the octagon cage. I'm the first professional wrestler and only professional wrestler to have a professional wrestling title belt carried out to the octagon cage. I had the NWA belt carried out, and then won the UFC 5.
We'll just stick 'em all.
So
Yeah.
the first athlete to hold up inside the octagon cage both a professional title belt and the current UFC title belt simultaneously. Almost 20 some odd years before Mr. Brock Lesnar came on there. So they can just sign it.
Yeah, just no personalization. You can put the beast if you want on
Yep.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you put those in most of my life.
Yeah, that goes without saying. Right now, today they're just beating Dan Severn. In the octagon cage, they're beating the beast.
Right, exactly.
And definitely somewhat
Here's
of a
2 and 3.
Perfect.
split personality.
So drawing.
All right, cool. He's got
I
the
tell
title
people,
already.
nice guy to look, but when it comes to competition, I shake your hand at before.
Yeah,
I will shake your hand after.
We can set them down on the shirts and just let them draw.
All right, so we'll go in here and check.
Tell me, you getting one of these? All right. You want him to sign for Dan? I mean, Tina.
Years ago.
Tim?
Because,
Nice to see you. Well, Tina, I'm going to be doing another tour towards the end of September.
Yeah.
And I will be
Yeah, he's buying one of those.
going through a number of things, but if you just go on my Facebook page.
but they're gonna go to Mark D.
So we have another one of these classic pieces right here. That is, I'm going to sign there. Now,
I'll make another one too.
Starting to pick up a little bit now.
Bars are letting out. I said the bars are letting out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Probably why everyone's thinking so.
Oh goodness, let's share this thing out. Get it rolling.
Again, you can personally message us as well.
Yep.
If you feel better doing it that way.
yeah, let's see.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give him the money later. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Alex Kemp, fellow Michigan, Michigander himself. Yep, I'm born and raised Michigan. I went to high school at Kilmacroy High School in Montrose, Michigan. That is basically where I started my amateur
copy
wrestling career. First
link
in
to
junior
that,
high, seventh and eighth
post it
grade,
in
and
his
then
chat
my high
right now.
school year
You don't know how to do that?
at Kilmacroy
I'll see if
High
I can.
School. I was
Sure.
coaching at the time, but
He's like, yeah.
it really wasn't until me picking up the very first amateur wrestling news magazine, and that my world opened out up to me. At that point, I was like any other athlete. I simply just did what the coach told me to. But when I read this magazine, I read about nutritional programs for wrestlers. I learned about setting goals for wrestlers. I learned about stretching programs for wrestlers. I learned about weightlifting programs for wrestlers. I learned all the different aspects, the psychological aspects, setting goals, mindsets, but then techniques, tactics, all kinds of things that just kind of blew my mind. Like I said, at that point, all I simply just did was whatever coach told me to do. So after that, reading that very first magazine, I mean, I devoured almost all of his magazines that he had on his desk. And I started setting the very first goals of my life, and literally
just did it.
from that point forth, I have been
So you
living
need to
on a
approve it?
planner.
maybe
Yeah,
not.
I started living on the planner as
Are you on his page?
year in high school.
His
But
thing, like his live.
my amateur wrestling career.
Go and see if I just posted the link to this.
Yeah, I started playing.
All right.
Matches that I'd be going to.
So-
Just again to try to get more and more recognition. Yep.
So Ronald has a question. Ronald Pinkham. He said, ask Dan if he has anything coming up in the acting business. I know he was in a few films. So
I mean, yes,
Talk loud.
I've actually, I've done a few different things. When it comes to acting, you know, again, I was in the movie Rudy. Now, that was a cool movie to be involved in. Now, I didn't have any speaking roles in the movie Rudy, but to simply be living down in the Notre Dame area, I mean, all these, the live crowd scenes were taking place at Notre Dame home games during intermission. I mean, you only had a 30-minute window that they had halftime, so literally as the two teams that were playing, Notre Dame versus whoever, as they were clearing the field, the announcer would be going on there, we're shooting the film, Rudy, and we need first there, we're going to be sending out the Notre Dame squad, we need a rousing cheer for the Notre Dame team. I'd have on my Notre Dame uniform, I'd be right out there, and then we get the cheers, then I had to run back and put on the Georgia Tech uniform, and then here comes the Georgia Tech squad, whether they got cheered or booed or whatever. I mean, it didn't really matter, but it was kind of cool to be involved in a movie like that. Over the course of several months of being shot there, but then that was my first time meeting people like Jim Brown, because Jim Brown was the football coordinator of that to show some of the stuff with a few other people that he was associated with, and then to meet Jim Brown again and through my UFC fighting days, and him to give me ring name The Beast. So. Again, I think I digressed to a couple of different aspects right there, but I think I answered the question there pretty thoroughly.
We commented the link to the signing on your,
Oh, yes,
page,
yeah. Okay, people that watch me right here, simply go to Maine Vintage Toys Facebook page.
like the link is in the scroll. If you scroll in the thing, it should be.
Oh, if you scroll,
Yep,
okay.
there's a link to it right there.
Okay.
You can just click on it.
yeah, right in the comments.
Right in the comments.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Right under Nate Jensen, right there.
All right, yeah. Just like I said, just click right after folks. Like I said, we're trying to settle on it because we got 4 different photos, classic photos. Some of the stuff it showed me what kind of shape I was in the last part of my competitive career right here. And I'll simply say that now the hair was always snow white at that point on, but as the vanity wise, I know the psychological aspect. That's kind of like going. If you were the opponent and you were looking across and you saw this gray-haired old man, you probably wouldn't be intimidated. But to simply put to a nice dark dastardly color, now it's kind of going, ooh, that black mustache, that black hair. He looks young, virile, tough. Well, it was all part of that magical hocus and pocus. I say that and I laugh a little bit, but in the actual aspect of it, no, that was truthful. I mean, I know the psychological aspects, and that's one of the greatest tools when it comes to competition is knowing how to exploit them. And trust me, I exploited it probably better
Write down
than
Matt
anyone.
down. Oh, number 1 and a number 3.
Yeah, a couple more
Just
pictures.
signed.
Any are they personalized?
Nope.
Just,
Just signed
Right.
it.
So what do you think there? Oh yeah.
Make sure you prime it good though,
Yes.
because that's a new one. So like,
All good.
Jimmy, if you get anything on your end, let them know too.
I have mine just a regular live video on my Facebook page.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And Jesse has
But if they
his.
want,
I like it too.
Yeah, because a few people are sending direct messages. So
Yeah.
some people don't, are uncomfortable on
Show
the
that picture.
live, so
some of them
just
don't
send
want
us
their wife
direct.
knowing they're buying autographs.
Yeah, yeah, live.
They're like, it's spending
Trust
money.
me, spending money like, man, you did not do what?
Right, right.
Yeah. We got that.
That's why we're only using last initials. So we're not using. I
Tried conjuring.
don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Might be too late. Might be too late.
Yeah, it could be too.
Ooh, that is
Nice. Good choice. Yeah, we're actually just so you understand, we're actually using these paint markers
better.
that they really pop out really nicely, coloration wise. So nice to get that pops up out of there. Back over there to show how nice. that
Beautiful.
pops, but it'll that will last a whole lot longer.
Hey,
too.
hey, John, welcome to the live.
We just let them dry there nicely, and then.
Just let them dry.
Jim, what's going on?
They'll be all part of the melon process. Michael Benedict, basically saying, thank you there, Michael, for a nice compliment there. Wow, I'd like a fine wine. I just get better with time. Let's see here. Getting right back that up to Billy Butt. Let's see. They think one of your biggest fans from the UK wrestling rules. We shall go over you always at the beach. The early WWE days, the early UFC days. Well, thank you there, Billy, for the nice compliment. I actually have a folk style wrestling background. Folk style. The United States is the only country that does folk style. It's what we do in our junior high, high school, and on a collegiate basis. While the rest of the world does freestyle Greco-Roman. I got involved in freestyle Greco. Freestyle my freshman year, Greco by my sophomore year in high school, and then I ended up taking even a judo class my freshman year in college, and got started being involved in judo competitions, sambo competitions, and just continued to advance my skill sets. So,
Yep.
that.
We've got a question, two questions actually. Johnny Ortiz says, "Will the Danger Zone be back?" Johnny O.
Johnny O. Just means, okay, Johnny O. I've known Johnny O for quite a long time. He's been an announcer. Again, he brings a lot of enthusiasm. He's military on top of that. So we always recognize military personnel when they're in the audience and have them stand on up and get the big applause that are going on that. And Johnny goes way over the top there to make a show successful for whomever he wants. So I can't say enough good things about Johnny O. He's a good man, and he's one to know if I'm going to be bringing back my MMA company. I'm not sure yet. I still have Johnny. I still got some ideas that other people have not even implemented yet, and I've had some of these ideas for 30 some odd years. So it kind of surprises me that other people have still not implemented them. But it's still in the back of my mind. I just need a little more help. I'm a one-man operation still. Not too many people can keep up with my schedule, my crazy schedule, and all the different things that I'm doing. People are just become more and more aware of this because of just now starting to podcast with Don Fry, with this toxic masculinity. We got a couple of young men that are working with us there that are helping now with my social media where I've had a Twitter page, I've had a few of these other pages, and I can't think of, but what else is there other than Twitter? Instagram, okay, yeah, so it's like Twitter, Instagram, but then there's Snapchat, there's all these things that I'm aware of them. Do I have time to do them? No. I get sitting in my inbox right now, I have over 500 emails right now.
And
that I'm not even come close to.
And Stacy Cunningham was asking, "Has Dan ever been to Maine before?"
You know,
It's the question of the day.
But I mean, literally, I've been everywhere. I've been to every state at some point in time. But it's been decades since the last time I've been two made. I actually think it would have been probably maybe in the 80s, somewhere in the 80s that I was there, because I think there was a wrestling tournament that took place, and I think I ended up going and taking it a few more states around the horn, just like the city said, around the, out at that.
Probably first ever signing in Maine.
Well, no, this is the first.
First
where
ever.
Literally, like I say, I've been here and did like an actual live signing and now a virtual signing.
Yeah,
Not
awesome.
Virtual is something that even existed any before.
Does
So
now.
that's what I do like about my career is that not only am I here doing some work, but I'm here with some fun people. They realize they've never worked before, and they don't know, well, what kind of person is Dad's ever going to be and stuff like that. I'm there to treat them the same way I want to be treated. No better, no worse, but that's, you get some of these people, just because they've got a little 5-minute fame on television, they think they're all that, and they potato chips, well,
You want
they
one?
are not all
Yeah.
that. And they're not even as good as the bag of potato chips. I still like potato chips there too. But no, I'm just a big believer in the golden rule. Treat other people the same way you want to be treated.
Stacy had a follow-up question to that.
Okay, Stacy,
Amateur,
another one. Go ahead.
amateur wrestling.
Is Stacy able to hear me? Am I speaking loud enough? That'd be another question.
Yeah, I think she can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
he can hear you. Was the amateur wrestling event in the '80s against the Russians?
Well, yes, I've actually been involved in a couple of different amateur wrestling, international wrestling competitions as well. I mean, my amateur wrestling career, I tell people, started back in 7th grade, basically the 1969-1970 season, and I had done a number of international. My first international competition, I think, was taking place by the time I was a senior in high school. I think my first trip was over to Canada, but then I ended up going on a trip to Turkey. Spent time in Istanbul and some other places. So, and that was a really strange encounter because some negotiations between the United States and Turkish officials became a
One
little
second,
strange. Where
TJ.
I'll say our audiences were so-so, but then after some of these negotiations became strained, our crowds were like tenfold, and it was crazy things that were taking place at some of these matches. So, interesting career. Hope Stacy will like the answer there. We look at a different photo that was inside, or we can show. Yeah, like I said, keep going over to Maine Vintage Toys Facebook page live to show you all the pictures that are. Excuse me.
Lush.
For sale. Thank you. No, it's not the coronavirus. If it was out there going, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. So, trust me.
And my favorite.
Coronavirus is probably as scared as me as most of my. Most
Those are the
opponents
photos that you
actually
can choose from?
over the years.
We also have
John, the gloves are 65 signed in-store pickup or 70 shipped.
Dan can tell you about them as well.
Yeah, so there's two different styles.
I mean, there's two different style gloves here right now.
These are more-
got
these are a little
just
more money, I
white
think.
on the top right here. One actually is a combination of red and
Those are
white
45,
that you
yeah.
can
45
see
for these-
on
these ones?
And I do
Limited,
sign
too.
it.
And it's limited, we only
It's
have
got the
5.
piece up here, so I should be signed up below on each of this. But this is my design glove. Typically, this is a solid piece. And if you were fighting tonight, I'm your corner person. The moment you've been issued gloves all night long, I'm doing this before you ever go into the ring. And I go, gosh, why don't someone just design a glove that simply has a break line just behind the knuckle point? So brand new glove, bends right on over, and I had it designed. And guys, I hate to say this, but guys were cheating at that time. They were reaching because this pocket used to be empty. Well, I ended up putting neoprene, the same material that you have on knee pad. I had it filled in with this neoprene, so it's always flexible. It's not going to wear out the way that a leather glove will basically wear out, crack up, stuff like that. And this is to support the thumb knuckle because a lot of people that this thumb, they're breaking this knuckle down there because it has no support. So this gives you the thumb knuckle support. I'm thinking, yes, there's not even really a stand-up striker fighter type of thing. And yet I came up with that. I also designed a heavy bag. And that'll be something I'll save for yet another time. But we have these two different gloves. They're on display, but they're also for sale. And you said
65 each, right?
65 each, and then I'll sign my name onto it. And I can even personalize it if you want me to do it. I mean, there's still some room up above. I can actually personalize it to and individual. So, there you go. It's a good thing that I'm wearing for sun right now. That I can flap my yap here a little bit.
The belts are not for sale. Although he said maybe if you have
Again,
want to mortgage your home.
Yeah.
you
People always ask, well, how much for the belts? I always communicate, say, well, I have learned from the wacky world of professional wrestling, never say how much. Because in that world, you'd be surprised what people are willing to sell their souls for. And it's not very much. But to me, it's like the belts, it will be a crazy figure, but are they for sale? Of course they are. Everything's for sale, but it's going to have a crazy figure with it as well.
Again, you guys can ask any questions you'd like.
All right, we got another one rolling in from.
If everybody can go to the main Vintage Toys page, I'm not going to stay live on my phone more. I'm going to let them take care of the rest of it. Just go on their page and watch the live video, and we'll take orders on there.
So Ernie is tuning in. He says, "Big greetings to Dan from his Irish fans.
Well, thank you. Actually,
Hope you're keeping well, Beast."
I've been to Ireland a couple times, and literally, I'm hoping to make at least one more trip before I hang up, hang up the shoes, the travel shoes for now. I mean, it's I enjoy my life traveling and training and teaching, and I think a lot of people. The various countries, sometimes I've had to use different interpreters because I can't speak their language. But through the interpreters, they really they like what I teach. They are blown away by some of the concepts and techniques and tactics that I have come up with. But to me, it's like these are just things that I come up with practical application. It was kind of funny because just earlier when we went over to the other side of the building, two seminars are going to be held at tomorrow. First one kicks off at 9 o'clock. I believe it kicks off at 10 o'clock. At 10 till noon, and then we have like a half hour break, and then I think another one at 12:30 to.
Oh, 1.
Okay, so
1:30.
Yeah,
1:30.
So one right down James R.
I don't have. We got the poster over there, and I think we showed it
Number 2.
We'll probably show that again. If you get a chance.
You just put my name on it while
Can you hear me just look at one poster about tomorrow's seminars?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know I could just kind of show them if anyone knows any people in the area over here. I mean, this is the information of the fingers out of the way.
What did I say, number 2?
Try to get up a little
Sorry.
closer.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Oh, and we have Feast with the Beast tomorrow at 5.
Yeah, beef there at the bottom.
We're taking number 2.
Somebody taking number 2?
Some of the stuff that's just taking
James.
place here tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't put the on.
So I'm getting ready to go away. So
James.
Get a chance to see some of
You
the
have a
stuff.
question.
But like I said, we got 2 different cameras.
no.
Angles. I'm gonna hand that.
Oh. I thought you mentioned it.
I'll hand that right back over to you guys, and then I'll assign this next one here now.
So this is 2 James.
This one is going to be signed for 2
Is everybody having trouble hearing us?
Yeah, let us know. Make sure you can hear everybody all right. It seems like everybody can hear all right. If not, we can speak up a little louder.
More importantly, you can hear Dan.
Yes. Yes, you might have to shout at him.
I don't even need my hearing aid yet.
Hey! Ernie also had a follow-up question. Does Dan keep in touch with Bret the Hitman Hart?
I mean, I've met Brett on several occasions at various Comic-Con type autograph signings, but I've never called him out of the blue. I mean, he actually thanked me before for being so kind to his family. To me, it's like that's just the way I am. I ended up meeting Stu Hart. I actually was at the Hart residence when they were shooting the match between Owen Hart and Ken Shamrock. They had the what they call the dungeon match, and I was the guest referee. So while they were setting up their cameras and their sound systems, I was actually up in the living room, and Stu Hart was there. And some people must have let him know a little bit of my background because as I basically there was just listening to Stu Hart just talk about different stories of the dungeon, people he met, stuff like that, and worked with. And then he actually asked me a number of questions about my career in that. And it was a couple weeks later that I ended up seeing Owen Hart at another one of the Monday Night Raw shows. And Owen presented me with one of his Owen Hart T-shirts that had Stu Hart's signature, because he said my dad doesn't have a T-shirt. He says he just signed his name on one of my and he gave it to me as a present. And actually, you know, I really cherish that that memento. You know, I still actually still have the neck brace. So when the Owen Hart did the old tombstone on me, and I literally did hit the top of my head. So what was supposed to be in the magical, mystical world will happen for real. So the same thing that happened to Stone Cold Steve Austin, that ultimately led to surgery, and ultimately probably to the end of his career. Had the same thing happen to me, but I'll simply say that, well, I mean, I felt that vocal lightning go down, go down the spine, go down the leg, and I laid there thinking, okay, try to stay in character, but can I move my hands? Can I move my toes? And I still could, so I stay in character, and that's the goal was to be carried out on a backboard in the first place, so I carried with it, but I really wasn't too happy with Owen afterwards, and kind of had to give him a little bit of a scolding about the violation of the number one rule of professional wrestling is that you take care of me and I take care of you. So,
Somebody had a question that says, do you know wrestler Steve Mocco? M-O-C-C-O? Mocco?
is that his stage name? Is that his real name? I mean, that's where I guess sometimes that's the hard part about professionals, and sometimes, well, even say professionals, but then sometimes in the MMA world, people have kind of like their performance names, and then they have their real names.
Right.
So it's kind of like going, I'm not sure.
So Anthony, who is Steve Mocco? Or Mocco?
Another question. There is a massive wrestling convention in the UK called For the Love of Wrestling. Has Dan ever been approached about any appearances there?
To my knowledge, I don't think I've been approached about it yet. But simply sending me an email would be the first way of getting in contact with me, is to be at dan@dansevern.com. That's the best way to get in contact with people that want to try to contact me through Facebook, Facebook Messenger, and all these other different ways. Dan Severn's not that sharp when it comes to a lot of these social media, so I might get lucky to stumble onto it, but I do see my emails. So send it there, and then we can take dates for that. So if you know any of the promoters that, please reach out.
And Michael asked, toughest MMA opponent, 3 choices, Shamrock, Coleman, or Rizzo?
I mean, I have to choose between those 3.
Who's the toughest?
Toughest to beat out of those 3.
Oh, again, I can't. I never. The match with Pedro Hizzo did not last that long.
Sure.
See, a lot of people. I almost hate even talking about it now because I'm a big believer that you don't let your opponents know about any of your weaknesses. Well, what most people will they don't know about me is I do not have either one of my anterior cruciate ligaments.
Wow.
One's been going for probably close to 50 years. Other one's been going for probably 40 some odd years. I've retired 2 different orthopedic surgeons. The last one, he just looked at my legs with amazement. He goes, you don't have either one of your anterior cruciate ligaments. You got bone chips, bone spurs, arthritis, advanced arthritis. He points to one little spot and he goes, I don't even know what the hell that is. And he goes, you should be doing, but then I'm like, let me down. I'm moving and grooving. I'm just moving my knees all the way. He goes, the only thing that's probably holding you together is your musculature. And I'm thinking, hold it right there. So you mean my curse is I better work out for the rest of my life? I'll take that curse because most people are too lazy to go to the gym in the first place. I'll take that curse going, I have to go to the gym if I want to have quality of life. So, I mean, again, you're understanding a little bit more about Dan Severn's perspective about things. There's a lot of people that go, oh, woe is me. No, I've lived a charmed life, and I've done it with limited ability on a couple of knees. I got 2 elbows that don't even, neither arm straightens out on that there, but it makes it a little bit tough when I go through the drive-through. Just got to get a little closer so I can reach out and get my goodies.
So you said Steve Mocco is an amateur great 2008 Olympian, and he's got a picture of what he looks like. You Googled him.
Okay,
Mocco.
and he's an amateur.
You said he's a 2008 Olympian.
What weight class? Let's say what weight class. I mean, I hate
Look at
that.
it, see what it says. If it says
I'm
what
not.
weight class.
I mean, it's not that I live in a box and I don't get into social media. Because I have lived an incredible life for the last 40 some years. when you think
Doesn't
about
matter.
it's kind of like, I don't even watch that much television. When people ask me to just watch this movie,
Anthony,
watch
what
that
what
movie,
weight class
no.
is he in?
I just don't watch a lot of television in general, and I don't really get on the social media. I'll get on here to try to answer as many Facebook questions
How's that?
or respond to as many people
Yeah, I saw that.
email-wise. But even get on the Facebook, I've got a couple other people that they'll post things for me now, and I just have the time to do things. Maybe later in life, when I'm around, maybe 115, and I have nothing better to do at that point in time, maybe I'll have more skill sets to do that. But who knows? More technology will advance. Maybe we don't have to type it anymore. Maybe we just think thoughts and the keyboard, simply types it on out.
And he did a follow-up question. Who was your toughest MMA opponent overall?
Well, again, the toughest MMA overall would be somebody else that had a strong grappling background. Someone like a Mark Coleman, someone like a Ken Shamrock. I mean, it's what I said before.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah.
so those are the people that I actually have competed against.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So we're doing another signing.
Yeah, no personalization.
That's just a classic picture right there.
Yeah.
That's literally
A
I think my
beast.
very first UFC victory. I mean, that's the pose that I went into. So
You can't hear on that.
Not personalized.
just sign
sign
right
it.
there.
All right, does he want one?
Can you hear on your page?
All right, what does he need?
He wants number 2
So this is Ron.
to Ron. Any inscription he wants.
Okay, and how is
Just so they can see that just got signed just now.
if you can
There's no camera there. Just gonna
have
show
Ron
you.
send over payment?
It's a good sign. I take pride in the fact that you can actually read my signature. A lot of
I'm just
people,
gonna put Mike
I
N
see
on
a
one
lot
of
of
these, like,
athletes
scribble.
that sign things, and I'm simply turning the picture
Mike M.
a couple
Yeah, Mike
different ways.
N.
I go, I can't make it out. I can't even make it out as their initials. So, trying to see what else here right now. I see a few other people have.
Mike written over here. There it is, right there.
Any other questions I can answer up here?
Why don't we scroll down?
Okay, Billy, but they're asking me a question about a torn quad tendon thing. I can't advise you on
Yeah, too rich.
you know,
You
something
can use
like
that blue paint pen.
something like that, and I can tell you about
Put Richard.
the injuries I've had.
To Richard.
Richard, yep.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Not seeing any of this one.
Whose page is it on? The vintage
No.
name?
I've got okay, all right. One is showing up.
And he said he can't hear us, but it's
Okay.
he's the only one. So
All right,
we'll run with
perfect. Yeah.
We just signed just another classic photo there with Jim Cornette and myself.
So just put Richard.
Just gotta see that there again. I really
Richard
enjoyed
S.
working with Jim Cornette. He was my voice, and I just basically had to
There you
go out
go,
there and
Richard.
take care of business. I was
S.
basically,
Yes, yeah. Sit on
before,
the corner down
before
there.
there was Bill
you want
Goldberg and
payment?
Dan Severn there as well, and the wacky world of professional wrestling. So,
Ron's good to go.
He might send
Drew,
you
thank you for a
something
nice,
top of it.
nice
All right,
work
which
right
one
there.
is Ron?
Drew, if you ever had a chance to work with Drew Boyd, I
Okay,
worked with him,
so
and just,
we got
get
Ron,
rid of
number
his,
2. Does he want it personalized too?
And hope to do some more things there with him down the road. And
Any personalization that he wants,
people that he
that-
has and he works
in the
with.
comments.
and,
Any inscription, you mean?
Yeah.
It's
Does he want it too wrong?
Yep.
Okay.
I do a few more films with him,
All right,
then maybe I
number
might
2?
lead him
All right,
into a
number
few
2?
To Ron.
To Ron? Just
Yep,
to Ron?
RON.
Okay. To Ron.
Got it.
Let me double check that 1 second.
Hold on.
Let's do it now. You change your name to Ron, I guess. Tim. Tim Ron.
Tim Ron.
I like that. This might bring this up like that.
All right, there you go, Ron.
Can you write down Adam M?
Just so you can see that there.
When you
That's
can.
how that nice screen pops on up there, and then show it to the other screen so that both audience can see. Now again, if folks that are on my Facebook Live page, if you want to order any of these things, please go
And
in.
find out from Ron if he needs that shipped.
Maine, M-A-I-N-E, Vintage
I'll ask him
Toys
right now.
Facebook page, and they're doing a live feed right now and they can show you. There's 4 different photos that they have.
Okay, thank you,
here.
Stacy.
And there's some classic ones here again with Jim Cornette, myself, and then it has another one with me and 3 of my belts. Classic photo with
He wants it shipped.
winning
Shipped, okay.
MW belt with my usage belt. And then this is probably one of my last photos taken of me at probably age 50,
Yeah, okay, you're good.
54, 55, something like that at that point. Yep, 2 belts.
So you get the number 2 in green.
Fine.
Number 2 in the green?
Yeah, the green to Adam. So you put Adam M. I think you already put that.
I did. Yep.
All right, you want to just write on one of those, huh?
Yep.
So I can put it on now.
And we had a couple questions building up here.
Yep.
All right, so let's see. Which MMA loss do you regret the most and why?
I mean, which one and why?
There you go, Adam.
That'd be classic. UFC number 4.
That's what?
Because at UFC number 4, people saw me. Okay, let's take that question right now, because that's a great question. The question was, which UFC loss do you regret the most and why? Okay,
Yep.
so that's a great question. I really did not regret it at the time because I thought I was doing the right thing. But UFC number 4, I tapped out against Forrest Gracie. And see, a lot of people, they all said, oh, he tapped out due to the guillotine choke. And I've been going, and people all try to explain to me, I go, when I tried to explain to them, I go, you guys don't know who I am. I entered a contest here right now. UFC number 4, I trained for 5 days, an hour and a half a day in Lima, Ohio, with Al Snow and 2 other professional wrestling wannabes. There was one old pair of boxing gloves that they shared. All they would do was simply, they would put on the boxing gloves and they would try to punch and or kick me and do whatever submission that they could do with boxing gloves on. Now, I don't like to be punched or kicked, so I kept staying peripheral, away from them. I would simply just parry strikes, get to clinch, take down clinches or throws. And once I had takedown clinches or throws, I would apply an amateur wrestling move. Amateur wrestling teaches you principles of leverage, fulcrums and levers. Another word for fulcrums and levers means it hurts. They're not going to roll over on the back because I'm going coochie coochie coo. No, they're going to roll on the back because you're imposing your will and you're inflicting pain that they'll roll on the back and allow them to be pinned. So my training camp, again, I only ever did 2 true training camps. And that was for UFC number 5 for 32 days, and for the ultimate 35 days. And my little 5-day stint, if someone would have been there with the camera, it would have been shot as comedy because Al Snow was hilarious. And other guys, they were actually throwing the gloves at each other, cursing at each other because they didn't want to go in there because they didn't want to be tortured by me in the process. So when I showed up to UFC number 4, and even as I filled out the paperwork, they said, I don't know, where do you hail from? I told them, Coldwater, Michigan. And they're like, what is your weight? And this, what a question. But then they asked me a question that I'd never been asked before. They asked me the question, so what is your martial art? I just simply said, I'm an American wrestler. Well, the gal that was filling out the paper, I'd never heard that response before. So she kind of looks left and right, and she leans in and goes, what exactly does that do? And so I kind of mocked her. I looked left and right. I leaned down in and I go, you might want to watch. I'm making this up as I go. And literally she started laughing at me like she thought she was like on candid camera. And I'm thinking, no, I'm really making this up. I only trained 5 days, an hour and a half. And here I am. But again, you find another human being that could say they trained for 5 days, an hour and a half, and walk out there without ever training a single submission, without ever training a single striking option, and come up with results. Now get back to the actual question. I, at that point, was involved in the sport of amateur wrestling for 26 years. 26 years of rules and regulations and sportsmanlike conduct. And here I'm climbing into this no holds barred heavy goes. So if you ever look at UFC number 4, I never struck. My first 2 guys never struck. I just did amateur techniques. And even against hoist, I never struck him until several minutes.
Can you put down Dwayne?
When I realized what
Number
stuff I'm trying now
3.
aren't working all that well.
Does he want to top load
And
it?
that's how, well, I didn't
no.
want to hate this guy. But even then, I never threw anything straight
Yeah,
down
number
in
3
it.
to
I did like
Dwayne.
peripheral.
I've got a bunch of questions too, rolling.
That's not answer the question.
Yeah.
though. But the thing is, there's a reason why. There's a reason why I was trying to get one more match.
Yeah, do
One more match
blue
with
maybe,
Mark
color.
Coleman. One more match with Ken Shamrock. One more match
The
with
blue,
Hoist
probably
Gracie.
paint then.
And if I could have done those last 3 matches to end up my career, that would have been a way I would have wanted to take it.
You might have to prime
Making
it.
certain that
It's a new one, right?
everybody was
Yeah, that's
drug
right.
tested
Prime
as
it
well.
and
Because
keep
I
dabbing
find
it on
myself,
something.
in fact, that I'm
Until you
lifetime
see my
chemical free. And each of these being can't say the exact same thing. So, I'm not here to throw anyone
No,
under the
not
bus.
personalized.
I'm trying.
Yeah, it is personal. That
Oh,
one.
it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mark,
Okay.
Mark and I
Is it
have dealt just
personalized
fine
or
on
no?
things.
Yes.
Yes.
Ken
D-
Shamrock and I,
I'll tell you how to spell it in a
very
second.
hatchet there. To a certain extent, he has still a hard time of, of being truthful about certain aspects. And as for Hoist, he just is living in a magical, mystical world that, my friend, even at my age right now, I would still come out of retirement for you.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's to Dwayne. D-W-A-Y-N-E.
Yes,
I just-
started.
Okay.
Okay, one more time. Hit it again.
Dwayne. D-W-A-Y-N-E. Like a D and then Wayne.
Dwayne Johnson is
Yeah, he really wants
Why,
one
you
back.
smell it?
Well, I'm going to have to charge him double right now. 'Cause I don't like somebody who's political views out there. Okay?
What about his wine? Or
Does he
no,
have
vodka.
wine?
His wife, is he whining again? Okay.
Does he have wine, really?
No, he has vodka.
Well, see, you guys know more than I do on this kind of stuff. I just kind of busted his chops because I mean, he's been an incredible professional wrestler. That look what he's done from a professional wrestling career to a movie career.
And when you're ready, we got another question.
This one, it's all signed to Dwayne right there, and it's all looking pretty. I even spelled my name right for you.
There you go, Dwayne.
So Michael has a question.
All right there. So
It
that's what you gotta
said,
say.
you smashed Oleg Taktarov in
Tiktarov, yes.
okay in UFC 5 in the Ultimate
No
Ultimate.
person's age.
You didn't seem to ground. You didn't seem to ground and pound him as much as the fight went longer. What changed?
You mean from first match to second match? Did they say it didn't? Well, I'll answer you. Let me finish this up.
That looks nice.
No, that's
It's got to be fire if the kid says it's fire.
well, this looks sharp. There's a way it looks
Yeah.
here. Looks good. Okay, hold up there.
That looks good.
That looks
To
sick.
answer
Very
your
nice.
question,
There you go.
I have a great understanding.
$45 shipped.
I have a great understanding of the Russians' mentality. The Russian
I like
athletes
it.
What was
were
the
far
name?
Just
superior
put Nate.
to American wrestlers at that time.
Can't remember who else.
Their technique was just stronger. They did better technicians. The only chink in the armor that the Russians had is they weren't really known for their cardiovascular, and I simply knew that. Okay, and also matches were 9 minutes long, 3-minute period, so it was a lot longer match. I simply knew that I have to go in out there knowing that I could be losing in round number 1 and round number 2 before I might even score
want
the
one of
very
these,
first
right?
point.
Right.
So going into
Thinking what color?
a contest
That green
now
looks
with
nice.
Oleg Taktarov that there are no rules. It's bare knuckled. Anything can and will happen. I mean, I always tell people in my first encounter with Oleg, I actually did an actual cradle. I did an amateur wrestling cradle with a knee to the head. And this, you can't do that obviously in amateur wrestling, but in the world of NHB, yes you can. So if you ever go back to watch that match, you'll see in our first encounter in UFC number 5, I hit him with the cradle, and then followed up with the knee to the head, and I had them actually jammed right up. I used to use the cage also as my partner. I would jam up a lot of opponents against that cage wall. He's jammed the cage wall, and he was trying to get an arm bar, but he couldn't get an extension on it because I was holding on the cage. You were allowed to hold on the cage. You can use a cage as part of your strategy. So as I'm holding on the cage, you can't stretch on out. I'm standing up there, and I see his head is just below my knee. Because I never trained dropping a knee on anyone's forehead, stuff like this. But here he is, he's pulling down my knee pads and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm just going to try drop a little knee on his forehead so we'll see what happens. I dropped the first one, there was no reaction out of him. He just kept on going. So I dropped the second time a little bit harder, and his forehead basically split open. And just blood started pouring out of his forehead and started to fill up his eye socket. And I dropped a couple more knees, throwing a couple more punches just to soften up a few other things. But when he stopped, no. Again, he kept on going. There actually was so much blood flowing off of his forehead that it filled his eye wells. Couldn't even see me. I could have rained down with knee strikes and he would have never even seen it coming in. I could throw punch down and he would have never seen it coming in.
No, I'm
Even
good.
at one
I'm
point,
just
he finally
talking
turned his
for
head
him.
sideways to let the blood flow out the corner of his eye, corner of his nose,
I'm not gonna get him
exposing
signed.
the
I'm
temple,
gonna
which
use
is
him
just
for
in this
tomorrow.
bone plate. And it even crossed my mind, dropping knee
so we
down.
can do
I
all
kept
that
thinking,
later.
no.
Yeah.
If I drop the knee
But I
down,
want
I
to use
might
him for
jump.
seminar.
And I'm trying to win
Number 4 and green.
a not so nice contest, a nice way.
Can I do that?
If you ever go back to watch a match, you'll see 3 distinct times where I stop. I look up at Big John as to say, why is this match continued? This man is hurt. He cannot defend himself. All I'm doing is punishing him now at this point in time, and who knows what will become of this. He could have a concussion, he could have a brain bleeder, he could have all kinds of things that have taken place, and I don't want that to be on my conscience. So literally, that's where my mentality
It's going to be 2 men. So 2 Jacob.
is. COB?
To me.
I was going to put that to me at first, but do you want something written down like happy birthday?
Yes.
Or happy 11th birthday, something like that? Okay.
Just do the last 10 minutes. Or we can start it. When do you want to start the auction for the shirt?
Whatever.
You can start rolling it whenever.
What time is it?
8:20.
Yeah, it's pretty soon, man.
Yeah, whenever you feel like it, throw it on.
This has actually a little special type of sign right there because it's going to my sister here, Jacob. He's really great happening. His birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, happy 11th birthday. And he'll be turning that tomorrow, so I'm hoping to be around so that maybe I can have some birthday cake and ice cream too.
Again, we have 4 different 8x10s.
Alright.
Got number 1.
Okay.
These are 30 each, right? For 250.
Yep. Free shipping.
Free shipping. You can describe it however you want. Number 2. Tim? Oh, you don't
No, my head.
Number 3.
Oh.
Number 4, but Tim's buying all of these, I guess. There you go.
Yeah.
His favorite one. Wow.
Heads up.
I asked him.
Who do we have to
Yeah.
cut off drink back here right now? Okay,
This is my favorite.
The only thing good is
Number 4.
it's the cardboard rack. It's not like I'll can't take that kid anywhere.
I'm sorry, folks. I think we have had a chair malfunction on us right now.
Yeah, it's those cheap Walmart China patio chairs.
Us Mainers are quite heavy.
Well, let's just say that we had a little late dinner there earlier where we had some pizza and some drinks.
Man down over here. Man down. I asked him if he wanted one of these chairs. He goes, "No, I'm good."
We will now.
You were good for about 45 minutes. Are you all right?
There's everybody's last of the
Oh,
day.
Phil, great to see you at the Six Nations, your Point Nation. Okay.
I thought it was
What do you say? Like, oh shit! Were you leaning back?
Bilbo Hawk. Thank you, brother.
It's just, oh, it's kind of.
He fell asleep.
So he's gonna auction. You do it. Yeah, you can stand up and do
I'd
it.
like to do
I'll do both.
with
Yeah, that would be great.
You're out of breath, and all you did was.
I think you just tipped over.
I stand for a lot of things, but it's
Right now.
You gonna do an auction, or are you just
the
gonna?
heart and soul of the Native Americans is people I would really like to work with for a couple of different reasons. But please reach out to me, Dan@dansevern.com. Send me an email. I would definitely want to follow back. Send me your
Straight sale, 35 ship.
cell phone at best time to reach you because I definitely
Main Vintage Toys hat.
about a couple different things.
Straight sale. $35
I won't
ship.
get into here right now. And Joe
Signed by Dan Severn. And we'll send it out to you for $35
says
ship.
it won't let him get into the link. I mean, right now I got one gentleman that is trying to get into the Facebook vintage toys videos.
It's not allowing
It
it.
says not allowed. It won't let me into the link. And I don't know why this
You
gentleman
want to
by
try
the
to
name
put
of
this link in again?
Joe is saying that right now. So Joe, just try again. They're looking at a few things here right now. I'm gonna try to see what else I can do.
I'll see if I can put a link to the page, not the actual auction.
Yep.
Let's try that.
Yeah, actually, I have person number 2 says exactly the same thing. Yeah, I can't get the link either. Can't
Yeah.
copy it or
So
click
just
it.
see if they can search Main Vintage Toys, and it should pop up.
Okay, I don't know if you guys heard that, but simply search Main Vintage Toys
The-
Facebook page.
And the logo.
Yeah, search-
It's right here. Main vintage toys right there.
Can they see that?
Yes, they can.
So just go to that page, and then you'll scroll down, and it'll be the live feed right now. Main vintage toys, and then you can order right through there.
Yep. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
We got a
Yeah.
lot of people, good people there.
We got custom shirts for 22, 25
Okay,
shipped.
another great question was from Ian. It basically says, was it Elsto an extra in Rudy 2? Yes, it
I almost
was
asked him
Elsto
questions from his own
and
page. I
several
thought it was
other
my page.
professional wrestlers, that were
I was
trading,
like, man, I got some questions now. Then I'm like, wait, it's not me. It's his page.
70 people.
I thought I was like, whoa.
The movie producers and directors, they love working with the professional wrestlers because we knew how to make things look great without killing each other. There were a lot of former football players, either out of college or on some semi-pro teams that were involved in the shoot, and they got a little bit too caught up into the competitive.
You don't like the last one.
And literally were hurting each other.
The last one you sent me?
Whereas us professional wrestlers, we just need to do how to make things look good without actually hurting each other. Drop the link back in.
Careful, Scott.
Again, we have these prints, 45 ship. Let me show you one. You have that green one right there? Oh, yeah. Just let me see that one right there. These look amazing,
They came out, that one
especially in
came
this green. Really pops. What did you say? Fire? Kid says they were fire.
Yeah.
I guess that's a thing the young kids say these days.
Again, the nice copy. Let's hope to make it.
When we heard fire when we were a kid, we ran out of the house.
And let's see,
That's a 45 ship.
Recognize, yeah, okay, Jared Hawkins, Eric Thomas, doing fantastic, had the time of my life.
Ooh,
Eric
All right.
Thomas, yes, the shirts look good, and this shirt too. This shirt
Try
is
that.
going to be.
Personalization.
This shirt right here is going to be
No
auction rate. Are
Yes.
Are you still doing the
Yep.
auction rate? off
The
of
shirt.
too? So this shirt right here that I've been wearing, that I bet kind of funked it up a little bit there. Yeah, it's you know, have little.
What's the
pieces
starting bid on the
down there,
shirt you
so
want
it,
Starting bid at 50.
$50. The shirt
We'll
off his
sign
back.
it.
Yeah.
Signed.
We'll ship
I
it
don't know
free.
if that actually raises the
And it
value
comes with
or
beef
decreases
smell as
the
well.
value.
Raise up.
And they can run it. They can bid right on your page. You get their address, and I'll
Maybe the
ship
same one
it.
you did the Dan across Dan Severn, and then the beast like you did with the green. That come out really nice. So $50.
You okay?
That's sick or fire or both.
Fire. Whoa.
Fire's sick.
Shot, run.
You ready?
Fires.
You ready?
Yeah, now this-
All right, look at this.
Oh,
Look at that, huh?
that just popped up.
Now that's really fire because
it's
it's
like neon
orange.
sign.
That looks sick.
That's a fantastic photo.
Yeah.
I like it. Not say it just because of my. I like the contrast. I like how it stands out.
I wanna see a red
It's a picture that's easy to sign on. It looks great, and let's face it, that is very iconic with
Gotta figure out
my
who that-
career. So I even have
Put
that
Steve
same
S.
thing that is on my
Is that for that one?
Yeah, Steve asked him
on my
It's gonna just be that.
picture here of my
I want to see a red one.
business card.
So you want one of these, right? So there's only 5 of those prints left.
One for Jesse and red.
Okay.
You want to see the red?
I want to see the red.
All right, we'll see if we get another order. We'll get a red, and then we'll.
Thank you.
So starting bid $50 on the shirt off. What did you say? $50?
Thank
Was
you.
it 50?
again.
$50 with the shirt off his back. He's not going to take it off here, I don't think.
He'll sign. We'll sign at the end of the auction. Oh yeah.
You're going to sign it?
He'll get it. No,
If
not
it
me.
gets to 100, he'll take it off live on video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Julio,
He's like-
what?
What?
Here's
No.
an interesting question right there. Communities connected. Wants to know what is the beast most excited about coming out of COVID.
Whoa.
Here.
Careful.
The beast never went in hiding for COVID. Okay, so if you ever watched the movie, the movie Fight Club, what's the number one rule of Fight Club? I'll just leave it at
Yeah,
that.
just leave it at that.
I've been involved with lots of states that I believe in what they stand for more than what I believe what our government stands for. States like Texas, states like Florida. Love you guys.
Want
Keep
to do
that
like a starting bid on this, like
American
$10 to try to get an
spirit
auction
moving
going?
Do you?
All right.
Do
We're
whatever
gonna
you want.
auction one of these off. Starting bid $10. He'll sign it $10. So make sure you get those numbers up there. He'll sign it in any color you want. He really wants the red sign, so-
I want to respond to that one. Kevin,
So I'm going to pay the
thank
difference.
you.
So if it's only $10, I'll pay the difference of
Grandma
$20.
says, tell Grandma-
Starting bid
I appreciate
$10.
that as well.
Oop, ladies,
Oh,
not
it's
mine.
covering the photo.
That's fine.
Don't understand the question there.
Anything on your end?
Robert Santa, great. Good
I got
name
this
right
one. I
there.
have it.
Thank you for the nice compliment.
Hopefully, get somebody going.
Get in contact with me. I know content is still king, and yours truly has got a ton of content.
Tim's gonna bid
Robert.
that.
Get the, same,
You bid that if you want. If nobody else
same
does.
bat station, same bat phone.
Oh, it's double for you though. $20. All right.
Run it down the list right here. Let's see.
What are you doing with the
Scott was gonna bid 10, but all his money fell out of his pocket. When he
I understand that question right there.
you just hear, oh shit! And then boom, he hit the floor.
No.
Oh, Augustus.
The best part is I asked him. I said, "Dude, you want one of these chairs?" And he goes, "No, I'm good. I'm good." The whole time the legs were like bowed out.
All right, Stacy, are you bidding 20 on the print? Signed print?
Let me see.
I'll just say that.
Let me see the orange
not
one
yet,
and the green
but,
one. I just want to show them how
I've
nice they
involved
look.
in several more movies
Is that on your page right there?
in my career in the past
Okay.
couple years.
So
I think
again,
more coming back
is it
down.
$20 or you don't know? Yet?
Just wait. And,
Okay.
yes.
So $20 right now.
Yeah.
$20 on that. You can sign it in orange,
Is what was helping
which
me
looks.
out.
What do you say? Fire?
He's been-
Looks fire.
different colors. These are
Or
pink
green,
pens,
which
and
looks-
he's been doing a good job at the.
What do you call
Where's
it?
that
Sick.
photo?
Sick.
Sick, which makes sense. Green.
Sick and fire.
You throw up, it may look like that. So you can sign it however you want. Starting bid was $10, but somebody's in at 20.
Stacy.
Stacy. You can have it personalized, or you can just sign it.
Sometimes it's
The
not even
Beast.
stirring the pot there about. It's kind of going. I've had a couple people post a couple days there about that. Ken Sharma could take you. That
He
big
has
sure he
a,
could take you out
art
to eat. He could take you a few other places.
Who-
but,
oh, Tim does?
You know,
Nice.
I still proud of the fact that lifetime chemical free. Lifetime.
So it's $20 right now.
I've said it a few times. Not too many people can say that. Not
Who's bidding Stacy?
at all.
Maybe Stacy's mom will bid
So maybe
her up.
maybe not say the understanding what I am saying.
Well, I mean, what did you get? Oh, you got 8x10s, right? Do what? An auction? It's up to you.
Let's see. Here we go.
He's like, whatever. Anything else?
Got the red one Who's calling?
Elsa, okay? And here's the beat. So just basically jam with this guitar and just chip the
Give me
Facebook and
that,
sell me.
Again, the shirt off his back is $50.
My friend, I've aged.
This
I
art
have
print right
aged,
here is
but,
$20.
I just, glad I still have some hair to throw some about the magical chemical shoe just to keep it dark. So I'm keeping it real.
All right, perfect. Stacy. Stacy is a guy. My bad. I apologize. It was not on my feed. It was on Jesse's, so my bad. Stacy's a guy.
I have
Now we know that. We can sign it however he wants it.
We got the
I'm embarrassed as the guy who fell out of his chair over there.
I just basically said I could
So Stacy, $20 is in the lead.
page as well.
All right,
So that,
Stacy.
more people
I am gonna go
can
back and
get
find
credit,
that
because I have
question.
a lot of numbers of people that are on my
All right.
page. I just don't know how to switch from one page to the other.
You got a
Yeah.
question when
We
you're
got
ready.
it. All right.
Drum roll, please. We got a question.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
It's a horrible
When-
drum load. But
When Dan started with the UFC, there was big boxing fights also. How did MMA fighters feel towards boxers back then?
Well, I do believe no one was actually looking to challenge a boxer to walk into that boxing world. But I mean, I know my skill sets was not here. I would have never have gone after a boxing career. I knew I wasn't going to win my UFC matches using my fists either or kicks. So I simply knew that my wrestling ability, my grappling ability, you have to be within arm's range to punch me, leg range to kick, knee, elbow. I really think Muay Thai is probably the greatest martial art for a mixed martial artist to learn for your stand-up ability, but you better have grappling ability as well to save your bacon. Because when you watch boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, karate, kung fu, they always end up in a clinch. And that man that's out there with that striped shirt, he keeps coming up there going, no, fellas, back up. You're not allowed to clinch, not allowed to do the huggy. You got to back up so you can punch, kick, knee, and elbow. So when you look at how many times during an actual boxing match or a Muay Thai match that they do clinch and the referee has to separate them, it really does show you how valuable of a tool grappling is. And when you look at the fact that 99.9% of all the matches are going to end up on the ground, and they are going to be finished one of three ways. Ground and pound is still number one. Very barbaric, but also effective. Ball up your fist much like a club and bludgeon your opponent somewhere around the head, neck, and face region. Number two, a choke, and number three, an armbar. Yeah. Top three. I always tell people, don't believe me. Look at the stats.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
So now, when you were getting ready to go into the UFC, you decided, all right, I'm going to go into the UFC. Did you train on stand-up game, or you said, I'm just going to go in it as a wrestler?
Yeah, the story I told about training for those 5 days,
Yep.
an hour and a half a day at Al Snow's Body Slammers gym.
Yeah.
If someone had been there with, again, the cell phone wasn't even good at that point in time. But had someone been there with the cell phone just to shoot a couple video clips, people would have been showing it as comedy.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a training camp, but a professional wrestling ring was the closest thing that could come to a cage. At that time, there was only one cage that was owned by the UFC.
Yeah.
You advance to today, you can go into almost any small community and you'll find a gym that actually has a cage or a section of the cage, and they'll be making all these claims that we teach cage wall tactics, we teach this, we teach that, and most of the time these folks can't spell MMA, let alone be able to teach it. I don't say it to be facetious, I simply say to be factual, because there's a lot of people that are armchair quarterbacks that have never done it, that are only teaching in theory.
Now, if you could go back in time with your fight with
Let me put on my aluminum foil hat right now.
drink the Kool-Aid. No. So if you can go back in time with your fight with Mark Coleman again, what would you have done different?
Well, I mean, Mark Coleman beat me with a headlock. Maybe he called it a scarf hold, headlock. I mean, it felt like my head was being pulled out of my shoulders like a tree stump being pulled out of the ground. Now,
sounds like fun.
Hey.
I was a little taller after that match. Okay, but I mean, the reality is, you know, Mark knows I'm pretty blunt to the point. Mark and I, we get along really well. I've helped out Mark in a number of ways, and Mark he's in a good world today. But Mark would probably admit he was on some pretty good vitamins at the time, and to me, that's your choice. I'm proud of the fact that I walked into all my matches chemical free, and I did my thing. So again, I like Mark a great deal. I try to continue to help Mark and stuff like that. It's just a different aspect for me. I've had different groups of men, financial groups that have approached me. Like, Dan, at your age, your testosterone is probably in the dumpster. We'll get you on a few of these goodies, get your testosterone level right back up there, and we'll get you on a few of these other goodies. That will give you about another 40 to 50%. I already possess to get the power. If you give me another 40 to 50%, I'll be pulling body parts off of people and beating them with the bloody stuff. Now, but at the same token, did I win? Or did the stuff I put in my body win for me? So I just look at that. People are amazed at the fact that at my age, look at all the things I continue to do. It's probably because I've always done things within my limitations.
So you got two of these.
All right.
One's going to be sick, and one's going to be fire. You know what those are, right?
That's
Yeah. Red.
okay. We got. Are these the last two that are going?
No, we have, you're getting one, so there's two left.
All right.
Two left.
Write it up. Any personalized?
Nope, just the beast.
All right. Go.
And we still have the one print up for auction. It's
Yep,
at 20
$20
right now.
This is it right here.
Oh.
The red looks really sick, too. So Stacy, this is his right now. Let me should I get it right.
Correct, yes.
Stacy's at $20. We're going to do like another 3 minutes. You want to do a timer?
We're framing that one.
Look at that one. Oh, look at that.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's so hard to know which color, you know.
So which one? That one's ours?
This one, what? Something you're going to want your main Vintage Toys one?
We're trying
Yeah,
to
we
wait.
want a.
So we'll just do another one on that one.
All right.
Put that one.
So what one is this?
Just put my name down and then I'll fix it.
What? It's gonna be green, I think.
Yeah, green on that one.
Oh, green on this one.
And then you want one of these, right? The main Vintage Toys. Yeah. Right, that whatever you want them to put on. We'll,
I'm trying to. It looks like.
Thank you.
You want to auction this off?
it's up to you.
Split the money with you.
Stacy, put down you got a 3-minute timer. Yeah, we got this hat. Starting bid, how much?
20.
$20.
I think we did a buy it now. $25.
$25.
Signed hat.
Buy it now.
Main
Ship.
vintage. It's a one of one.
One of one. Dan will write one of one right on it. Oh, there you go.
Here.
There you go.
He carries
It's a-
Worn by the
30
teacher.
seconds
That's
right
right.
now.
It's an event worn hat.
Now, I actually have a pretty good sized pumpkin, so
Yeah,
I mean, it's,
we have to stretch that one out a bit.
So no auction right there. 25 shipped. Who's gonna do it? What the hell am I looking at?
I don't usually wear
Oh,
much of a hat with that.
I'm trying to look at one of his apps. I'm like, it's like-
Any more bids?
Where am
oh,
I?
there you go.
Stuff like that, so.
The second one there.
Cool little hat right there. We give you
Any more bids?
It's hard to pick which color. They're all. Yeah. Okay. You have a timer too? or no?
That time is all done.
All right.
Who got that?
So Stacy.
Stacy?
Stacy, you want it personalized? What color? Can you show me?
And you can message me, Stacy, if it's easier for
Give me an
you,
orange one, a green one.
or comment on the live. So we
So
need
Stacy-
to know.
Here's a green.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm colorblind. Here's a green. Here's an orange, and then you show me the red one more time.
And we do have the option of silver.
Yeah, we have silver as well.
Not quite as.
Show me silver.
often.
White too.
It's got white as well, which we have not signed one in white.
My own thoughts, stuff like that.
And then this is the silver one right here.
External things to-
So Stacy, just tell us a color, whether you want it personalized.
Oh, we do got gold
We do have gold.
and copper.
I kind of wish we had yellow because his things are yellow. The only yellow I had that was like not very good. Yeah, that's not gonna look good.
No.
Oh, you need yellow paint.
Yeah, I had one,
So,
but it wasn't that
Jacob,
great.
you need to decide what one we want
What color
on
on
ours
yours?
to Main Vintage Toys.
Chris,
Our friends
that's
at Main
great.
Vintage Toys.
I got here.
Well, write down what you
Question
want to put on it.
Who cares about?
I'll give it to him
UFC?
now, and he can.
How about some ping pong, Jace? I go. Anyone knows me knows I'm pretty wicked when it comes to ping pong. If you ever watched that movie,
Yeah, what do you want
about
to
the
say,
Ping
Joe?
Pong Masters. What's
To
that?
Main Vintage Toys.
Oh, I can't think. I can't think of it now.
Wait, why don't say happy 1
But you
year
had to pull
anniversary?
out the. I might throw the blank on it. We got people out trying to Google.
Happy 1 year
It's a
Well, I'm doing it right
comedy.
now.
It's a comedy about ping pong. But no, Dad
What's the Google ping pong movie?
really enjoys playing ping pong
Okay.
more than I do
Hold
with
on
these
one sec, I
virtual
got an
games
order.
like this, because
I can't hear you, Mom.
at least ping pong, you're moving all over the place, and I've got a pretty wicked backhand, and playing ping pong.
All right. So we're gonna do red.
Red first thing.
So the auction, yeah, made out just like that.
Clear rose and
Clear
red.
rose.
I type in
You
ping
want
pong.
2 clear
Hey
rose?
Chris, I'll be bouncing back and forth here.
Yep.
What's Claire
towards
Rose?
the end
2
of,
clear
Person's
rose.
name.
That's gonna be the name.
October.
Together,
Give you one?
written just like that.
I have this.
in the month. of
Yeah,
October.
sorry. I was like, where is it?
Yeah.
It's right in front of him.
In red.
The waterfront property, and I will be heading back towards Arizona.
That's all right.
So
Tim
that's,
had a time.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't know he
Dave,
told that. He
thank
told
you.
me. Thank you.
Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury.
Yes, the ping pong game.
There you
So,
go.
Literally, I like the. I've never been awarded the golden paddle, but
We still got this hat, $25. Dan wore it. He'll put 1 of 1 right on it.
that's all.
It's an event-worn hat.
I don't know.
Is that the first name and the last name?
I think it's
Because they'll
just
get-
it's a full name, right?
I typed in ping pong movie,
Claire
fourth
Rose.
one popped up.
He's gonna look real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, because always on my question because there's a capital R in there. Right
Yeah, I
now.
think it's Claire Rose. I think it's like a first and a middle name. I think he's gonna double check. How's it written? Does it look like Claire and then a space and Rose? Or Claire
probably
Rose is
should be doing it right.
no space?
Unless it's different.
We have a Paul.
He says there's no space, but you may be able to
Hold,
just.
hold on,
Oh,
yeah.
he's gonna double check.
James,
James, the Prince of 45 ship, my man.
Thank you, Dave, for
You can personalize it however you want. We only have 3 left.
I like the
45 shipped, and it's actually signed on the back by the artist.
Your balls. I like your.
That's her first name, all one word. Written like it is.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, written exactly how it is.
Yeah.
All right.
So James, let me know if you want one.
Stacy, we're not good with names.
Sorry about that, Stacy.
Nate, messed up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, we haven't given it to him yet, so whatever you want to write on it. Write on a big one. That way you got more room. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but just make it
Yeah,
easy.
my brain's
Just
not
sounds like
working.
it. Just sounds
Yeah.
like that's all.
My
I'm
brain's
trying to tell you
not
what to do.
working
I'm just
anyway,
telling you what
so
to
yeah,
do.
what
Make it
do you
easy.
need? I'll just roll around.
Alright, let me see that.
Oh, you got better luck than he. He needs that shit. That's the best excitement of the night right there.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, there you go.
I'm gonna take a picture and send direct to.
Alright,
Awesome.
Yes, I can't believe you're bragging that no one beats the beast at his own
I
home
have
court.
the main video
The home
for
court.
Yeah, hold on. Your
ping
mother's
pong
writing up what she
advantage.
wants on
Never,
it.
never.
Or what you
never.
guys want on it. There you go, right?
And then he can. Oh, sorry. And then he can sign Dan Severn. Okay. Well, yeah.
Whatever color you guys
Can you
want.
read that? Can you read it?
Yeah, to my friends.
James is asking how much the prints are.
Yeah, I just told him.
Alright, good.
There you go.
How do I?
Let's do it in blue.
How do I?
Sound like me now.
Fire. It's the nice one.
Yeah, I do orange or.
Yeah.
It's gonna show up on the wall. You're really
Actually,
nice.
orange.
Why don't you do red and orange? Have them write the personalization in one color and then the signature in another, huh?
Alright.
Uh-huh. Now that's fire.
Too many.
Alright.
Each
so,
letter's in a different color.
So say two of my friends that named Toys Happy 1 year anniversary. That color.
Now he's telling you what to do. Someone's always telling someone what to do.
No problem, Stacy. We got you.
Stacy got the deal of the night. Until someone buys this hat right here for $25.
I'm gonna buy it. It's my
Yeah.
hat. I'll buy it. Have a 1 of 1.
One of one. Or you can buy this shirt off his back for $50 starting bid. Or we got a broken chair that a guy was sitting in earlier back there.
Hey,
We'll sell that. We'll sign that. Have Dan sign that. Scott will sign it too. Sure. I almost lost my life right here. Inscribed.
In slow motion.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like,
Well, all you hear is, oh shit. And then all of a sudden I'm looking back and he's on the ground.
He's like slow motion going down.
Yeah. The only good thing is it was just the cardboard boxes. It wasn't like a whole bunch of toys. Can you imagine if you hit like a shelf with a whole bunch of
That's a lot of
toys?
inventory you got to be paying for later on. Scott.
No, just a couple empty boxes. I put them on the shelf.
You gotta love it. Do we have a purple paint pen?
No.
I do in the other room.
Oh,
You
not,
just
not
gotta
paint,
prime it.
not paint yet.
I'll show
Okay.
Yes, I forgot that. We have a brand new purple one right here. So James, yes, we do have a purple.
That's gonna look fire.
them. All right, ready?
Fire, the big reveal.
Oh, here we go. Look at
That
this.
look good.
Let me get out of the way so you can see. Oh, look at that.
Nice,
Nice.
classic. It's a great,
Nice.
it's a great
Oh, that
photo.
orange.
Good, nice frame.
That
Phenomenal.
looks
Let's
awesome.
see, who else have, and again,
You don't need to post
I
it
know
on
we're
the
starting
shelf.
to slow the wine things down, but at the same token,
So James, yes, we do.
folks,
How do you?
here that are my Facebook page,
You just
please go to the
twist it.
main
The-
vintage toys
It should rip the.
Facebook page. They are
Plastic should rip.
That's where the actual virtual.
After you turn the
signing-
cabinet
They
off.
got 4 different photographs, so
Yeah.
go to the.
Now it's brand new, so you're gonna prime it right out.
MAIND main vintage
You want me to do it? You got it?
Facebook page. They're going live.
Just don't press too hard. Just like slowly
Take
dip it. Yeah.
4 different photos, 4 classic photos.
Oh, that's
And
good.
they
One more.
have some
One more.
t-shirts
I mean,
that
I
you
can
see
move that.
back
I can do that.
behind me, as well as the t-shirt that is
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
my body here still. So
Just that.
it's been good to see if they have questions that
On the hole again. Almost did.
Let me
All
get my
right, you
camera ready.
guys
Hold
have
on.
about 15 minutes left on the live, so get your orders in.
definitely go there and then pictures and then the pictures, t-shirts could definitely be personalized to you. So yeah, just try to get to the main vintage toys Facebook page
And-
as quick as you possibly can, because like I said, we're kind of slowly starting to wind that down. Hate to leave anybody out in the cold there if we don't have to. And Augustus, I mean, I hope you're doing well in Australia. I am still hoping to do at least one
All right,
more
can you,
trip to Australia before.
can you read that, what he
I
said?
call it quits.
What he put on there?
At that time, it'll be more
He
like
wants
as
that.
a instructor.
Put epilepsy in
slash
figure
doing
4.
A few more, doing a few more movies. since
So
that
2
point.
James, put epilepsy.
And let's see.
All right.
I don't got this purple paint pen ready.
That's all right. It doesn't take that long.
Neva, I think I answered Dave's question about the, you know, I don't really want to mention the gentleman's name.
Here's a sticky note.
Okay, Michael probably answered your question before. I wish I would have did a little more of a clinching.
James is coming up, my man. You wanted it in purple, I believe you said?
Before ever going to take a shot, because I mean, it was so early on in the match, too fresh. Whereas the more that match would have
epilepsy in a
would have taken
I'll tell him when
more
he's
of a
ready.
toll.
Wait till that thing's primed though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
We got a purple one coming. He's just priming it up.
All right. Okay.
I don't know what he's
so-
doing. He's priming it.
To me, I don't. It might be X-rated there if we show it. You know, so primer in the pin over here.
Yeah, we're primer in the pen, yeah.
That's what he calls it anyways.
You know, I've heard lots of different innuendos about that, but
So he
okay
wants,
now.
he wants you to put 2 James, put epilepsy in a figure 4. It's written down right on that thing. Let me give you that.
that looks fire.
These are all fire. Again, we have these gloves that Dan's selling. 65 shipped. You can get a red one or a white one. No, you get one. 50 bucks, 65 each. Still got the hat, the shirt off his back. And we got 4 different photos. 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet you can't tell. It literally says it right there. But we have 1 art print left. Actually, not mine. This one's mine. Sorry. This one's going to be personalized to me in 6 different colors.
Really?
What?
What? All right, I gotta mark down.
The O is.
I do have an idea, though.
We got
Oh, oh.
I'm going to have him put 2 Nate in red, Dan Severn in white, the Beast in blue. Ah, red, white, and
Blue.
Ah, it's gonna look sick. Did you already have one? Oh, okay, cool.
Where's the cat?
Just like that.
I'm gonna show him.
Catch. Gotta catch it.
Oh,
Pokemon, gotta catch them all.
Mr. Miyagi would be happy about
So
that.
show this camera right here. This is the guy. There you go, James.
Oh.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Let that dry a
There
little.
you go, James. Sick.
That is nice.
It's sick. The kids
Every
think it's
color.
sick.
Every color's sick.
James. You want to put James on now? Don't put James on. It says there's a name on it, I guess. All right, so this one's going to be 9.
Alright, so we're going to
Yeah.
So,
June 8th.
in red.
And, yeah.
Here, let me go it over.
All right. And then, drop the cap. Don't shake it too
It's
hard.
his. It's out of his.
And then you just don't want to prime it up.
You're shipping these, like, how do you know which changes?
Yeah, just do it like straight down like this. And when you do it, just see how it's just a little bit like that. You can prime it properly really well.
Chris, you're killing me on that. You're balls and fury. Gonna have to have a referee next time.
You put red to Nate,
Today.
and then white Dan, Severn, and then the Beast in
Red
blue.
Stacy. Yeah, so Stacy.
Red, white.
Up towards the top. Yep. The Claire Rose one.
Okay.
Just add that. Yep, add that right on there.
White is Dan, and then Severn, and then the Beast.
Oh,
You don't want and then blue, and it's gonna say, the Beast. Sick. Red, white, and blue.
I want to show them.
All right, let me get out of the way.
I want to make it.
Oh, sick. This is the sickest one of all.
Alright, alright.
Because it is.
Just don't touch it. Don't. Yeah, there you go.
You waited till the end. Well, it's the sickest one. Till they were all
There we go.
gone.
Ready? Here we go.
Ready?
This one's
Three,
personalized to me.
2, 1.
Red,
To Nate, Dan, the Beast, Severn.
Son of a bitch. Last time you're in this store.
Here we go.
Can I show that real quick?
Absolutely, yeah.
Just
Tell people to order it like that from now on. It'll make your life difficult.
red, white, and blue right there, folks. You know, the answer feels about America and
I'm donating this to them.
All right.
best
Auction it
people
off.
in the
All right.
world. Best
One
So
people.
what do you want to start
one,
with?
one of those. Whatever you guys want.
All right. What do you want for a starting bid? $20? $20 starting bid on this one right here.
One of a kind.
One of a kind.
Scales his favor, but, you know,
And we have
Chuck
one more
Liddell
available
told me
next.
once,
1/6, 1,000.
kryptonite
$20
to my
for
son.
the UFC.
You know,
That's not
chuck
gonna
him
stay.
out to Dan Severn. I could probably drink chocolate milk with one hand and still keep that ping pong ball just going with the other hand. Even ambidextrous hand could probably switch paddles and milk and do the opposite there.
So the good thing is now you can have them sign these and play with them. So it'll still look cool.
That's the
We'll have them sign all that at the end.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Mike wants to know how do I
literally just
describe
thought
my
of that.
political beliefs. Well, I describe my political beliefs as common sense. Common sense has left our country there, Michael. That's how I said, look at it.
How many wars?
Phew.
And I believe a lot of the
gonna
amendment rights, they should be stayed right in, that people shouldn't be messing with it. That's why countries will not attack the United States, because their civilians are probably better equipped than most countries.
Starting bid $20. You get Dan on here, and if you ever meet Ken,
So
get
Rick-
Ken on there.
Rick, what were you looking to see? Starting bid $20.
Get Ken on there later.
Get Ken on there later. Get Dan on it right now. Starting bid $20. 8x10.
Only one of them available.
Not everybody fit in the picture. Do you
Why
want
don't you put it right in that tumbler? And then that way it's not going to fall over.
or do you want just like this one?
All right, well, I know we're kind of winding things down. We've got, you know, not a whole lot of time before.
$25 and a hat. Straight sale.
Okay.
$25 straight sale.
We're kind of in, showing
Shirt off his
people-
back. Starting bid $50.
Okay, the shirt.
Or you can just buy a regular shirt up there for $20. He'll sign it for an extra $15.
Ship it for free.
All right, you got a bid of $20. Rick's in at $20.
All right, we'll see it up close.
There you go, right there.
Woo.
$20. Rick is in at $20.
That's a steal for 20.
That's a steal. It's one of these here that he had printed
I
out.
mean, it's still, it's classic.
So $20. Rick on this feed right here has got $20 on it.
Coming back in.
All right. Do you want to do like a 3-minute timer on this one, or?
Well, again, that's up to you guys. Because I'm still here tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Seminar.
That's
I got,
right.
couple
Where's that,
back there.
over here?
There's-
Yeah,
There's
we
the beast
could-
with the
Tell me if you
beast,
can see
so
this.
Yep.
If there's some
I'll let you
stuff
read
that
this
you
up.
guys want to still do, even at those times, it's kind of like going, we'll take a little break to where you guys can run with, talk about stuff. I'll be here tomorrow. I mean, same building, just another side of the building, that I'll be teaching 2 different seminars. The first seminar will be basically all on your feet, how to close that distance, how to get to take down clinches and throws, how to defend take down clinches and throws. Some very unique, striking type of concepts that worked well for me and my career, but mine was simply
Dave
deciding to
needs
close to the body,
any photo.
without getting struck in the first
And we need to
And
make
also,
it out to.
place. Seminar number 2 will be hit down on
So I got 20 bucks. Let's see if he's got any on his
inside the guard. We might be
you
starting
guys
like
heard any
half
photo?
guard,
Do you
half
wanna do
mount.
this
So
Close it out?
It all depends on whose perspective
we're
you're
gonna close
looking
this
at.
out.
The guy on the top.
You want to put Rick S on one?
There's things that you can do in all the positions.
So-
We'll talk about the crossbody position. We'll
Said
talk
Dave
about
for any
the
photos?
Hey
full
Siri,
mount
set a
position.
30-second timer.
So I mean, literally, you'd be surprised. I just tell people, bring your questions.
Rick's in at
This
20
is
bucks.
actually- This is a very interactive type of seminar. Bring questions, ask questions. I always say the only really wrong question is the unasked
You
question.
said any photo? All right, your son picked Tim's favorite photo,
Because we have.
so that's what he wants on it.
Alright, we'll do.
No, you can do whatever you want.
And
You
if
do
you
that one.
need, if you're
Oh,
having
you love this one.
having a low
Second.
self-esteem
What color you
today,
think?
if you might want to just simply pick up a mustache, slap it on it, and it will help you make it
Love
make it
this.
feel a little bit more masculine.
Read this.
Today, we'll kiss.
Boom. That's all set.
All right, so Rick, you want to write Rick S?
This is going to be a classic right there because there was. I'm thinking
Rick
there,
S, you wanna put Rick
there
S?
might be.
Hey Rick, if you want a
There's
top
a little
loader,
clue
extra
that's taking
$2
place
for a
there
top
between a
loader.
couple people.
It'll be
right now
$22.
to really give up this.
That's what we're thinking of.
Orange.
Now, Rick, do you want it signed to you or just sign the beast? So I'll pay him for this and then I'll just send it to him because he's already bought a couple things from me.
I'm donating that to
So
him.
I'll
so
right.
that's
All right, then I'll just pay
Give me
him.
this one.
So Rick, just let me know if you want it personalized to you or just signed the beast. Sign the beast. Okay. So this is just going to be signed.
Maybe blue.
I think you can come over.
All right. Straight sale, 20 bucks.
Your question. Hold on.
Okay.
We have a question once you're ready, Dan.
I got to show this last.
Yeah,
Right now.
absolutely.
This is classic because a couple other people that know me know my game of ping pong and stuff like this, and yet Dave asked for this to be signed on his picture. It says to Dave, no fist, but plenty of balls. Classic for the ping pong master himself right there. No, I don't hold the title
would it be
with
to
the
ship
golden
that to the
paddle,
UK?
but a pretty wicked
Ship what?
in a game of ping
That
pong.
picture.
So
That one right
that's
there?
a classic. I want to definitely show that.
Like
over to the
12
other
bucks,
points right
12 to
there.
15
That
bucks,
was a
if I
classic.
had to
That
guess.
if you get closer, sometimes they
Yep.
love to see. That was.
Alright.
There you go, Dave.
A lot of comedy, but that's a lot of fun there. I take my ping pong.
I think it's like a photo. You can put it in a top loader, and it doesn't. And it all depends on which person at the post office you get. If you get the old lady, she's gonna charge you the most. Like my girlfriend's gone there and shipped something for $10. She's gone there with someone else, and they charge her like $15,
For
$16.
mustache shop, yeah.
I don't want to do Ken that dirty though.
So you want to do straight sale, $20?
Yep.
Straight sale, $20 on this one. Tim's donating it.
Well, that looks good.
First person to say $20.
It actually kind of blends in next to it there. If you put it on both sides there. I'll show it there. My group right there.
That came out great.
Classed up that
Oh, the
poster.
blue will look good with
The
the.
blue actually looks really good with that.
It went light.
Yeah,
It kind of worked out.
Yeah, it looks
Once you get
perfect.
Ken on there, that'll look really nice.
I actually was thinking that Ken might look
So
a
there you
little
go,
better
Rick.
If I just put a mustache on,
We'll add that in the top loader.
I've done that a few times. Having my little fun, having a little fun. The
Yeah.
mark of
Well, you gotta
Zorro.
wait till it.
Yes.
$20. Hey, buddy.
Scroll down.
You gonna have him sign that other one,
We're
that
gonna
Schamberger
scroll
one,
down.
one,
I'm just scrolling down there. I'm just gonna think about.
Rick, you want a second one for $20?
Read my third one.
Let me know.
Where
Michael, I tell you
Really
what,
cool.
Where's the one for Dave E going to the UK?
She's got it right there, yeah.
Set up a seminar in the area there, and let me teach you stuff that
Gotcha, gotcha.
excuse me,
Rush.
the stuff that thank you. The stuff I do know, you might be amazed by it, but actually our company from like last stuff like that. In practice, all my guys know that
No problem, Rick.
in my actual career, I never did a single arm bar or leg lock, but in class, I would try it there.
$20 straight
reason
sale?
why I did it.
Get
You
Dan
might
on
be
there.
surprised by
and then get
why
Ken
I did
later?
it, but I'm going to reach out to her. Let's contact me. Send me an email.
That's the date that you wanna make us
Dan@dansilver.com.
contact.
Send me an email. Let me get your contact information. Let's set something up near you. I think you'd be surprised of what I come up with there for you. Arrivederci there, Chris. Arrivederci. Brian Bowen. You like that one there as well? Let's see. Going down there, can I close these that out? Yep. KJ.
Yeah, the auction print
I'll
was.
see you at the Action Bar Shorts weekend. All right, been in contact.
It's up to you.
Alan.
Oh, wait.
So let's go on up.
Yeah, Stacy.
Tim Hitchcock.
Never say never about Ken. Never say never.
Yeah.
State of Michigan. Wrestling
They have a-
coach
do you have a
today,
top- you don't have a
now
top
living out in the state of Oklahoma. Doing
So,
all kinds
I
of
usually just
cool
do
things
two
up
really
there.
thick cut.
I'm still traveling back and forth.
Where's
there.
Stacy? Do you want Stacy on it?
Keep that in mind. Tim.
It was the one that came away.
Okay, let's see. I
Okay.
think I'll
Yeah.
put aside. We're basically after 9 o'clock.
You need that or?
I'm sorry, I'm off here. So, but anyone that's still interested, head over to the Made Vintage Toys
We're selling them.
Facebook Live, and
Not a few minutes.
we'll let for at least a few more minutes here yet. So if you have any more questions about that, Made Vintage Toys Facebook page. I'll be signing up here. I thank you folks for all being coming in part, and listen to me Babylon for some while. Now you simply got to. What button do I hit there now to okay, it says right there at the end of it. Yeah, so we've been going for a while. So sign off. So Anthony Severn saying good night to y'all. It's 9:03 p.m. Not that I turned into a pumpkin yet, but I'll be up for a while yet. Had to check my emails, a few other things, so that I continue to move on. Thank you, folks, and appreciate it all. Bye.
Last question.
Shoot away. There's
Says-
the last question.
How come you never use leg locks in MMA?
Yep, actually, I was answering over here.
Yep.
I talked about leg locks and arm bars. They'll have never have, no one has ever seen me use an arm bar and or leg locks, and yet I used to do them in practice all the time. And when anyone would ever see me going after a leg lock or an arm bar, they would start hooting and hollering pretty good because they simply do that. Very rarely would I go off to a single body part like that. I always attacked the main trunk of the body at all times, so I had a lot more control element. Again, that a lot of that probably comes from my amateur wrestling background, but I love the cross body or the cross mount way more than I did being, say, a half guard, half mount, any kind of position like that. The cross, because when you're inside the guard, or if you have a half guard, half mount, you only have usually 2 weapons of choice. But in crossbody, you start off with 4 weapons, and almost at all times you'll have a minimum of 2 weapons to use. And I always like to stack the deck in my favor a lot. But again, that's where you got to realize I wasn't doing training camps. I was just running the practice. So there's a world of difference between.
Yeah, he's trying to get by.
Doing that, I had to stay with. I knew the stuff that was going to work for me.
What do you think I was falling over?
And the last question before we sign off. Yourself, Shamrock, and Blackman. How was it working with those guys and
green
influencing
or-
your styles
or
into
red.
the WWF?
We
Well,
want something that matches that, all the
I'll
orange.
say that I don't think that
I would do green in the
WWF
first
was
one.
quite ready for what we brought to it. But they kept us all like together. Also, Owen Hart was in that same mix. There's like the 4 of us were always in that same mix. We even did a couple tag team matches against each other, and it was I'll simply look at it as the creative team wasn't very creative, or maybe they were just so used to working with just professional wrestlers, they did not know how to work with
No, we can do
a rather unique
not like how much
athlete that came from this mixed martial arts genre, because coming out there with like the MMA glove type aspects, or come out more that little more of a fight style. I mean, in professional as it is, you're looking at a unique type of niche that could have been that unique niche to where why weren't more of us being united and going up against these other tag teams, because now we should have been able to show they're doing simply just clotheslines and body slams to where now we're doing suplexes. They always say suplex city and things of that nature. Well, yeah, we could do legit suplexes and lateral drops and amateur wrestling moves. I mean, it was ironic when I was actually over in Japan. I started to tell the story at the very beginning of what we're doing here. I talked about I was over there, and that's where I met Cactus Jack. And out of a 10-day tour, I mean, literally, I only had one match in 10 days. And the rest of these guys, I think they were working 8 or 9 of the 10 days. And then we had the Kawasaki Death Match. On that one day off, Cactus Jack came into the gym and was watching me train. And I never really had spoken to him other than making my one comment at the Kawasaki Death Match tournament of how often you get a tetanus shot. That was the only other thing I ever spoke to him. He came and was watching me. He was quiet all the entire time. Came to a certain point, he simply interrupted me. He goes, "Dan," he goes, "will you show me some wrestling moves?" I'm thinking, "But you're Cactus Jack. You've been doing professional wrestling way longer than I have. What am I going to show you?" He goes, and he said to me, "I'm willing to endure pain, but I can't wrestle." I started to watch his matches after that. The man was right.
Crazy bastard.
The most durable wrestler I could ever say. Maybe you think about being thrown off of Hell in a Cell, and I mean, to watch that kind of stuff and to see him happen, to see him like the day after and a Tuesday night, taping stuff like that. He's got ice bags on his shoulder, ice bags on his jaw, and I'm like going, Nick, are you okay?
Tip your hat off to him.
To me, are you okay? He goes, "Well, the doctor said I will be sooner or later." I'm thinking, what again, a lot of people can ask me because of my age and stuff like that, how are you still able to do what you do? Well, I wasn't too crazy or reckless abandoned. I stayed within the wheelhouse of what I knew what to do. Injuries and that will come back to haunt you a second time in life. Some of these guys are in for a real haunting. I mean, I was very lucky, very blessed, however you want to look at it, that I have taken very few injuries throughout my career. And what I have happened to me, I have been able to overcome and, to be a very durable athlete over the decades. And I always tell people, when you look at my career, how many decades I have gone, but then you look at the fact that I have over 100 state, national, and or international titles and or records to my credit. That speaks volumes, not just in one category, multiple categories of folk style wrestling, freestyle wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling, judo, sambo, tough men contest, NHB to MMA to MOUSC, Mickey Mouse. I mean, because there's a lot of people that they make all these proclamations or proclaim this, proclaim that, and yet what have they ever done in competition? I got the proof. I've got the proof. I got the pudding here on. So again, I'll just say I'm signing off here for right now. Dan Severn will be back again. I'm sure we'll be back in the great state of Maine here once again. I'll be doing some more seminars, some more speaking engagements, and who knows other wacky things I may be doing eventually later down life. I might be doing bingo with the beast. Who knows right now at the local senior citizen.
Set it up, Jesse.
But,
A2. Bingo!
But just have your fun in this and realize you get one life to live, so live it to the fullest, for folks.
Well, we appreciate having
Yes,
you.
thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And when I sign off my thing, I always say, "See ya." So can you just say, Dan Severn, thanks for stopping by.
Dan
See ya.
Severn, thanks for stopping by. See ya.
See ya.